Hey, Harland.
Good to see you today. Have you noticed that the stock market just went through a correction?
That's right. I know some people like to buy on the dips, but a lot of people get scared when the market tends to drop. So, you see a lot of different emotions and reactions.
Yeah, and even all the kind of news around, is there going to be a recession? How big will it be? And all of that that's in the news right now. So people are thinking about this and seeing this, and there's a lot of emotion that's attached to it. So let's talk about that because you and I have worked through this quite a bit in our own personal life, and we help others work through it today. So let's tell some stories and look at some comparisons of ways to deal with volatility and how to handle it better.
Well, we've seen a few of these. The 86 crash on
Yes.
Black Monday. We saw the dot-com bubble and burst. We saw the housing market drop in '06 to '08. And then we had the COVID crash. I mean, pick one.
Yeah. I think the one I'm going to pick today is the .com because, oh, I was into stocks in those days. I had picked just the right ones. Boy, they were going up fast. And I'd look every day and say, oh, on paper, I've made this much today. And look how much I made tomorrow. And more and more. And I'd get so excited about it. My emotions were pretty high at that point. And then the bottom fell out. That .com bubble burst quickly. And then I was mad and I was sad and I was feeling guilty and I didn't get out in time. And yeah, there are a lot of emotions with volatility, Mike.
There were. If you had Apple, you were excited. If you had Enron, you were depressed.
Yes. Oh my. So emotions are there, and my guess is the people watching us talk about this today know of their own stories of when their emotions just wouldn't let them sleep at night. They were upset with themselves or they were scared, and that may be happening right now. Uh, and emotions can drive to poor decisions there. Mike, you tell the
Right.
story of the difference in bears and bulls.
Yeah, and it's been said that the bulls like to take the stairs and the bears go out the window. So the bulls take the slow climb, and then when the bears come along, it's just a quick drop. Yeah,
Yeah,
almost without warning.
especially if you're not really clear about what your investment objectives are and haven't been disciplined in following what's best for you with that. Uh, Diversification is important, Mike. At least I've found that. And ever since the .com, I've diversified, and really real estate has played a big part in that for me to moderate that volatility in my total investment package here. I don't know if you found that.
I have. That's one of the reasons I like real estate because regardless of what the stock market's doing, when you have real estate, you can have cash flow. You have residents that are paying rent and you have cash flow coming in, and that can get distributed to the investors. And you enjoy a cash flow stream regardless of what the stock market is doing because everybody still needs a place to live.
Yeah, and this is particularly true with us with using multifamily because people need a place to live. And multifamily on the real estate side has been even more stable than other asset classes in real estate over the last 20, 30 years as well. The market's going to have volatility in it. We just have to deal with that. If you just go in cash and stick it under your mattress, it's got volatility in it, even if you don't realize it. How is that true, Mike?
Well, inflation. If you're going to have 3 to 4% inflation, like we've had over the last 50 years or more, and in recent years it's been higher. Whether is it higher than the official inflation rate? Well, you know the price of eggs and what you're paying for gas.
Yes.
So, uh, yeah, our investments have to well outpace inflation, not just keep up with inflation, because we want them to keep growing and we need to keep increasing our buying power.
So there's really not a way to take volatility out of our investments. The trick is how to manage it, live with it, and find the right investments where there's less volatility, but the returns are not hit too hard either in that.
That's
I
right. If
saw a
you want
clip.
zero volatility, go buy CDs.
Yeah,
Okay, so you get 1%, 2% maybe on a good day, and
mhm.
inflation is higher than that. So you have eliminated the volatility, but you have added additional risk because your buying power will not keep up.
There you go. The market is like a roller coaster, somebody said one time. I'm not sure who it was. The only dangerous thing is if you jump off of it, unlike like the bears and the bulls in that one. So we've got to deal with volatility. You got to manage emotions during volatility too. You and I have compared a number of different investment classes, done studies on this over the last 10 years here too, and are pretty well convinced that one, diversification is important, and two,
Yes.
having real estate in there is important. I found that in a research piece here that over a 50-year period, no, 75-year period from 1934 to 2013, that the stock market had 55 up years and 20 down years. Real estate had 70 up years and 5 down years. A lot less volatile in real estate uh, in that. Um, so so that's really important to get some real estate into our portfolios here, Mike. And you and I have done that, and we help others do that as well to get it into the right spot with the right people to get that in there.
That's right.
Any
And let's take a quick look at the real estate. 70 up years, 5 down years. So people think that in the real estate cycle that real estate values drop, but they don't really drop. It's called a cycle, but the prices tend to level off for a few years. Or it's a very slow climb during the real estate recession years. So that's one of the reasons why we see the real estate having 70 up years, having more up years than the stock market. Whereas the stock market, when
Yeah.
it goes down, we see significant drops, from one year to the next sometimes. We see sometimes 20 to 40% drops.
Yes, and it's hard to recover from them if you jump off the roller coaster. Uh,
Right.
you gotta stay invested. It's just being wise about it. You and I talk with people and help them think through their risk tolerance, help them think through their investment objectives. We spend a good bit of time helping people do that, and then help them understand real estate and particularly multifamily and how it's worked for us and we think it would work for them. And our approach is to find the best operators who have a tremendously good track record and make good decisions and invest with them in really sweet investments with them. So that's what we're doing to get rid of the volatility and to keep our returns, and for me, even higher than they would be if I was strictly in stocks. So really liking that. So don't panic these days, friends, and get in touch with what your investment objectives are.
That's right. And uh, anything else here at Harland? Uh,
I think not. I think just invite people. Let's have people get in touch with us. Well, if we could be of help for them in a conversation with us, and even to go look for this little ebook that we put together on the 3 keys to unlocking your retirement dreams. It deals with some of this as well. But get in touch. We'll show ways to do that underneath this video or in our blog.
Yeah, so be sure to download the 3 keys and then feel free, reach out and get in touch with us.
Very good, Mike. Good to talk today. Have a good
You
one.
too, Harlan.
Bye bye now.
Goodbye.